boys and girls. Good morning. How are we all doing today?
Good.
Good. Okay. So lately, I've noticed that some of us have been having problems sounding out words in books and also knowing what a book is really about. And we don't really know what it's about until we're kind of halfway through. So a reading strategy that we're going to work on today is getting our minds ready to read before we read the book. Okay? So we're going to do this by looking at a few things, such as the cover of the book and the title. And we're also going to flip through a few pages just to kind of see what it's about and get our minds prepared for this. So this book is called Kitten's First Full Moon by Kevin Henkes. Okay, so by looking at this, I would guess that this kitten is going to experience something new, okay, because it's his first full moon. So raise your left hand if you've ever experienced something new. And what was that like? Can you tell me what your experience was like?
Scary at first, and then it was fun.
Yeah, so we are going to see what Kitten's experience is. So we're going to read this, or we're going to flip through the pages first to get an idea of what it is, or what the book's going to be about. Okay, so we have a kitten. He's obviously the main character. There's some flies. He looks shocked right there. Oh, and then here we have the moon, which is going to be kind of the main idea of the story. Okay, we're not going to flip through every page just because we're just trying to get an idea, okay? So here we see him climbing up a tree. Yeah.
He does that.
Yeah, so you have a cat at home. That's awesome. So animals can be kind of funny. So we're looking at this, and he sees this, a big pond. It looks like a reflection, right? I wonder what that could mean. So yeah, I'm not going through every single page, but just getting an idea by looking at the pictures can really help us. Okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually read the book and see if our predictions are right, and also this is going to help us sound out the words and stuff because we kind of already know like that this is going to be a book about our first experience with the moon and what's going to happen with that. Okay? So, Kitten's First Full Moon. It was Kitten's first full moon. When she saw it, she thought, there's a little bowl of milk in the sky, and she wanted it. So she thought it was a little bowl of milk in the sky. I wonder what that's going to be like. So she closed her eyes and stretched her neck and opened her mouth and licked. But Kitten only ended up with a bug on her tongue. Poor Kitten. Ooh. Still, there was a little bowl of milk just waiting. She still thinks it's milk. Do you guys think it's milk? Nope. Why do you think it's not milk?
Because it's the moon.
Yes, because our first context clue, we looked at the title and it said Kitten's First Full Moon. So that kind of tells us that it's not really milk, but Kitten thinks it's milk. So she pulled herself together and wiggled her bottom and sprang from the top step on the porch. But Kitten only tumbled, bumping her nose and banging her ear and pinching her tail. Poor Kitten. Still, there was a little bowl of milk just waiting. So she chased it down the sidewalk, through the garden, past the field, and by the pond. But Kitten never seemed to get closer. Poor Kitten. Still, there was a little bowl of milk just waiting. So she ran to the tallest tree she could find, and she climbed and climbed and climbed to the very top. But Kitten still couldn't reach the bowl of milk, and now she was scared. Poor Kitten, what could she do? She looks very scared. Then in the pond, Kitten saw another bowl of milk, and it was bigger. What a night! this is what we saw earlier, the reflection. So she thinks it's a huge bowl of milk. So she raced down the tree and raced through the grass and raced to the edge of the pond. Have you guys seen this word before? No? I know, I'm kind of having problems with it as well. Okay, so I know that's an L, so it's going to say a L sound. And if we look at these pictures, what does it look like Kitten's doing?
Jumping?
Yeah, she's jumping. I wonder, okay, another word for jump, though. If we look at this word, if we sound it out, another word for jump is leaped. So we can look at this picture and help us figure out what it says.
Leap.
Okay, so she leaped with all her might. Poor kitten. She was wet and tired and hungry. It's been quite a night for Kitten. So she went back home. And there was a great big bowl of milk on the porch. Just waiting for her. Aw, so that ended up having a happy ending. Okay, so her first experience ended up being pretty interesting, right? Okay, so by looking at the pages and the cover and the title and everything, we could, it helped us prepare our minds, right? And then when we came across that hard word, leaped, we looked at the picture, and that's how we figured it out, right? So we looked at those clues, okay? So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to try this on our own, okay? So what we're going to do is you're going to go back to the independent reading corner, and you're going to pick out a book from the classroom library, okay? So that's what you guys are going to do. And then you're going to do what we did, and you're going to take a book walk, because that's what good readers do. And you're going to look at that and then discuss with a partner what you think is going to happen, and then you're going to actually read the book to see if you're right, okay? So if you have on black tennis shoes, then you can go back and do that. Okay, so let's get started.